Well, 10 o'clock Nebraska time. June 19th. And this is kind of a hard video that maybe a lot of people wouldn't put out there, but I'm going to put this one out there tonight. Today was a hard day in the aspect of talking to my 80-year-old mom and the fact that I'm trying to put things together for recipe testers. My mom is a sweetaholic, let's put it that way. And I have to look at the aspect of what my dad went through with his colon cancer. And as much as I tried to give him healthier food options, he just couldn't get away from the typical soda and Lucky Charms. Let's put it that way. My dad just wanted to go out with the store-bought crap. And it wasn't the cancer that killed my dad. It was the food and his gallbladder that killed my dad. And I'm dealing with the same crap with my mom right now, because everything that her blood work keeps showing, the doctors just keep pushing medication. And so stupid. I spent all this money, been working with all these recipes for years. Just found out today that my mom went to the same gastroenterologist that gave me the fructose intolerance test that almost killed me. This same doctor told her, oh no, you've got Crohn's and colitis and you don't need to worry about what you eat. Well, okay. Asshole doctor. You would think that, well, here's the problem. So my mom didn't tell the doctor my son has severe celiac reactive to all grains, not just wheat, barley, and rye. My mom didn't tell this doctor that my mom didn't tell this doctor that, hey, my son's got HFI. I don't know why. I just really don't. And I've asked her to get tested for celiac's genetic, not the endoscopy, not the colonoscopy version. She's had the colonoscopies, and she has ulcerative colitis, she has Crohn's disease, but it's pointless. And this is the thing that I have to deal with constantly, daily, and with all the recipes I'm trying to do. How do I make things that get people away from doctors like this that just say, oh no, it doesn't matter what you eat. And I have to look back at my kids and how my kids reacted to everything. And here I am, 25, 30 years later, trying to help people. And there's no point in what I'm doing, because and I've said it before, the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Here I am, still trying to do it, and I feel so stupid tonight because, there's that aspect of why bother? And we see this across the board. Why bother? Because it simple plain truth is, none of these people want to be helped. They don't want to be healthy. They don't want to have a better life. They just want to eat what everybody else eats, and it doesn't matter to them. If they're 500 pounds and diabetic, they don't care. Some doctor is going to give them shots or pills or whatever. I just can't do that. I'm hitting the point. I just don't care anymore. I used to want to help people, but now I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Seriously. You have a choice. And if you can't be part of, if you can't do what it takes to make yourself better, It's nothing I can do. Because there's millions of other people out there that I could help. And there's that domestic violence 101. We see this across the board with immigration and homelessness and addiction. People like me, reality-wise, someone like me can create recipes to help people. We can create systems to help people, create home businesses to help people. But at some point, you have to just flat out say, no, we're not going to deal with this victim mentality, whatever you want to call it. Just because look at it this way. Okay, reality is, my 80-year-old mom that's on a morphine pump, who has Crohn's and colitis and probably celiac disease, and she goes out, talks to one doctor, and that doctor says, one doctor in 3 or 4 years, that doctor says, oh, no, you don't have to worry about what you eat. What am I supposed to say to my 80-year-old mom? She's so high on a morphine pump right now that it's pointless. I can't talk to her. And how many other people are dealing with that? With autistic kids, with bipolar, whatever medications. We're dealing, that's where my struggle really gets deep, is that I'm trying to create these recipes that would work across the entire, let's say, spectrum. Okay, that's the key term today, I think, is spectrum. Whether that's a kid with Down syndrome or an autistic person or an LGBTQ plus AI bullshit, spectrum. I know what that's like from every single aspect. It's too hard. Oh, it's too hard to do this. It's too hard to do that. It's too... Well, to be honest with y'all, I would trade you. My MECFS, I would trade you your autism or Down syndrome. And I'm at the point that finding out tonight that my 80-year-old mom saw the same gastroenterologist that gave me the gave me the fructose malabsorption test after I had told him that I'd spent my entire life dealing with reactive hypoglycemia. This doctor gave me a test that almost killed me. And then he's telling my mom with Crohn's and colitis and possible celiacs that she can just eat whatever she wants. This guy needs to get his license revoked. This guy should not be anywhere. Anywhere. You know, because when I got my results back for SIBO and the fructose malabsorption test and the lactose intolerance test, they hung up on me and then deleted my account. So I couldn't even go back and pull up the records of my test results. That's, what was it, Midwest Gastro in Omaha. And I contacted a couple of attorneys and said, look, you know, this is what happened to me. And they said, well, did the test kill you? And I said, really? That's the question. Yes, I'm still alive, luckily. Well, did you lose income because of what they did? Yeah, kind of. Well, did you lose $100,000 worth of income? Because we can't really sue a doctor for malpractice unless it's like $100,000 worth of yeah, our system is broken, period. And I don't want people to have to go through the same crap that I went through. That's why I built the medical library. That's why I'm trying to do the recipes the way that I'm doing them. Other people are going to have to start standing up and saying something about this. Because right now, I'm pretty much the only person talking about this kind of stuff. And it's... I know I'm not the only person out there that has gone through this. Anyways, sorry for the long rant tonight. I needed to get this off my chest. I don't know what to say, honestly. Millions of people out there on social media that know exactly the same crap that I've gone through. And everybody's, you know, I understand it. Because I got booted and blocked and deleted and censored 5-6 years ago. I understand it. Things are different now. People have to start standing up and talking about this stuff. Because, you know, if you have an 80-year-old parent that goes to a gastroenterologist with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis and diabetes, and that doctor tells them, well, no, you don't have to worry about what you eat. We can put you on all these other medications that when you look those medications up, they don't actually treat anything. It's why I do the recipes that I'm trying to do. And I know, you know, my mom has never once had anyone suggest, well, Jan, maybe you should get the genetic celiac test. Not one. Not one person. Not one doctor in all these years has ever recommended that my mom change her diet. Not one. And I'm so pissed off tonight, to be completely honest. Because my mom is the typical person. She believes whatever doctors tell them. It doesn't matter how much. My entire website is built around that whole aspect of doctors in most cases really don't know crap. And so that's why I post all of the research from NIH and CDC and PubMed on the website. But the majority of people, I hate to say this, just want to, they're going to take whatever the support groups or news media tells them to believe. And I can't change that. It doesn't matter how much information I put out there. My 80-year-old mom is not going to believe what I put out there because she won't read it. It's easier to just watch the news. Same thing goes with my kids and friends and family. I'm just at the point of just saying screw it. There's 45 million people in the United States with celiacs and other autoimmune conditions, prediabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And I feel bad that people in my family don't want to listen to me. But that's one or two people out of 45 million that I could help. And I think that I try to remind myself that daily. Look, just because I have 5 or 6 people in my family that flat out refuse to do something to help themselves, it's stupid. It really is. It's really stupid because those 3 to 5 people compared to 45 million, that's family. But honestly, you can't help everybody. And I have to, it's hard for me, but I have to accept that fact that I can help so many other people out there. And toxic relationships are toxic relationships, period. I'm a domestic abuse survivor, and I understand what the codependency and shit like that, you know. And we're seeing that so much with this suicidal empathy, and I've got to get away from that. Screw those people, seriously. They're it hurts me to say, but the reality is, screw them. Let them be miserable on their own time without dragging down everybody else. And that should probably be kind of the title of this video, you know. Screw those people. Because they're not doing anything to help me. They're not doing anything to help you or anybody else. They're not even doing anything to help themselves. And it's ridiculous, because that's all I'm trying to do, is help other people. That's it tonight. The sad thing is, this video will probably get a little bit more, a little bit more algorithm push, because of the fact that I'm drawing some drama into this, but which I've tried really hard not to do. Sucks to say, I kind of need to do this. I kind of need to bring this drama in to things. There's a lot of disabled people out there that could hook up with me, and I want to give people a reason to stick around. And unfortunately, I have too many people in my life, too many people in the support groups that are just, I've said it before, crabs in a bucket. They just want to drag everybody down with them. And screw it. I'm not going to do that. And if I can help other people kick those people out of their lives, I'll do everything I can to help them. So that's everything I really needed to get off my chest tonight. Appreciate you guys for sticking around. Please like, share, subscribe, share, if you can, seriously, share the website, grainfreeme.com, the medical library. The recipes are hopefully going to start popping up faster here over the next couple of months. And if you know anybody out there dealing with this stuff, please stand up to them. Share the recipes. Don't let them fall into the victim mentality. They don't have to. They can have them go watch my videos, please, on YouTube. Share my videos with them. and say, look, you know what? You think you have it bad off? Here's Trevor. This is a dude with 2,600 steps or less a day. He's got a vascular necrosis of both of his hips. He's got ME/CFS. He's got severe celiac disease, which he can't eat any grains whatsoever. No cornstarch, no, tapioca, no coconut flour. This dude seriously has real limitations. He's got HFI, hereditary fructose intolerance, which that's basically limits him to 4 grams of fructose per day. That's like 3 fast food ketchup packets. And here this guy is trying to create recipes to help everybody. Alpha-gal syndrome, celiac, Crohn's, colitis, all of it. And he's doing it all on his own on 2,600 or less steps a day. Just a like, a follow, a share. That's all it takes. The algorithm will pick it up eventually, but just that little step. And if you have suggestions, if you are working on recipes on your own and want to be part of this, reach out to me. Share what you're working on. I'm one person with 2,600 steps a day. I can't do all this on my own. So you guys can help out. Go read the community and guild page on my website. Everything is pretty much set up for cottage foods, for brick and mortar, and all of the medical library pages that if you go read those, you can go into your doctor well informed. I don't want to see people have to go through all the, 28 different doctors, specialists, and 108 blood draws, the nerve conduction, MRIs, echocardiograms, all of the tests that I went through. Nobody should have to go through that crap, in my opinion. 2 to 3 months of a clean diet would probably resolve 90% of people's medical issues. So when they did actually go in to see the doctor, they could nail it down. That's my opinion from experience as a mechanic, an artist, a musician, etc., etc., etc. And I get it. It's easier to take a pill to cover the symptoms. But, putting air in tire with 50 nails doesn't fix the tire. You just have to keep putting air in it. Yeah. That's it. That's all I'm going to say tonight. And I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you guys enjoy the weekend. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I'm doing my best. Sorry it's not going faster, but I'm just one guy out here in Fremont, Nebraska doing it. So have a good weekend. Happy Father's Day, everybody. And I will hopefully catch up with you next week sometime. Until then, signing out from Grain Free Me in Fremont, Nebraska. Take care. See you guys next time.